This is the life story of Dr. Bernard J. Cigrand, a longtime resident of Batavia, Illinois. Dr. Cigrand is remembered throughout the country as the father of Flag Day. In 2003, a scholarship fund was created within the Community Foundation to honor his memory. Cigrand was born on October 1, 1866, in Waubeka, Wisconsin. He was the youngest of 6 children, born to Nicholas and Susan Cigrand. His parents were immigrants from Luxembourg. As a youth, Bernard sold scrap iron and rags to buy books. At 12, he worked as a sales agent for the U.S. Book and Bible Club, earning 25 cents for each book sold. He also was a conductor on a steam barge on the Milwaukee River. At the age of 19, Cigrand taught grade school at Stony Hill School in Waubeka for $40 a month. As the story is told, he held the first formal observance of Flag Day on June 14, 1885, at the school by placing a small American flag in an inkwell on his desk. He then instructed his students to write essays on the meaning of the flag. This was the beginning of his lifelong quest to have June 14th designated as Flag Day. Cigrand chose June 14th to observe Flag Day because that was the day John Adams introduced a resolution before the Continental Congress in 1777, resolved that the flag of the United States be 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. In 1886, Cigrand moved to Valparaiso, Indiana, to study dentistry at Northern Indiana Normal School, now known as Valparaiso University. Also that year, the Chicago Argus newspaper published an article that Cigrand wrote, which was entitled "The 14th of June." His patriotic writings had begun at an early age. In June of 1888, Cigrand advocated a holiday for Flag Day in a speech before a Chicago organization called the Sons of America. In response, the organization founded the magazine American Standard for the purpose of promoting reverence for American emblems. Cigrand was appointed the magazine's editor-in-chief. Also in 1888, he graduated first in his class from the Lake Forest College of Dentistry. He then entered the practice of dentistry in Chicago. In 1889, he married Alice Needham Crisp. The couple had 6 children: Bernard, Joyce, Elroy, Elaine, Virginia, and Clyde. In later years, Cigrand wrote History of the Crisp Family in honor of his wife. In 1894, the first public school celebration of Flag Day was held in Chicago on the 3rd Saturday in June. More than 300,000 children participated in the observance that took place in 5 of Chicago's city parks: Douglas, Garfield, Humboldt, Lincoln, and Washington parks. In the ensuing years, governors, mayors, and presidents of the United States sent delegates to the annual event. Cigrand continued his efforts for the adoption of June 14th as Flag Day. He helped form the American Flag Day Association. In 1896, he became its president, and later he became the president of the National Flag Day Society. By that time, he had given 2,188 speeches on patriotism and the flag. He also wrote hundreds of articles and letters to officials encouraging a June 14th Flag Day. The Lincoln National Museum and Archives website has a list of Dr. Cigrand's letters to United States Presidents Grover Cleveland, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren Harding, and Calvin Coolidge. At the turn of the century, Cigrand became a teacher at the Columbian Dental College, which became the University of Illinois at Chicago College of Dentistry in 1913. He served as dean of the college from 1903 to 1906. He remained on the faculty into the 1920s. These are photos of the clinic at the U of I College of Dentistry where Cigrand taught. He also served as president of the Chicago Public Library. As an author of numerous historical books and essays, Dr. Cigrand would have been well suited to lead such a venerable institution. In 1913, Cigrand moved into a stone house he had built at 1184 South Batavia Avenue in Batavia. He practiced dentistry in the lower level of the home. By 1916, Flag Day ceremonies on June 14th had become so prevalent that President Woodrow Wilson issued a proclamation establishing a nationwide observance of Flag Day. However, the proclamation did not designate Flag Day as an official day of recognition as Cigrand had hoped. Nevertheless, the proclamation was a momentous event in his life. In addition to his dental profession, prolific writings and speeches, Dr. Cigrand also served with distinction in the United States Navy during World War I. He was nearly 50 years old at the time. In 1920, Cigrand moved his practice to 47.5 Fox Street in Aurora, Illinois, so that his son Elroy could practice with him. Elroy, pictured here on the far left, was an outstanding three-sport athlete at West Aurora High School, was the leader of West's undefeated state championship team of 1913, and captain of the 1914 team. He went on to star for Northwestern University's football team from 1916 to 1919. Dr. Cigrand's dental office is on display at Blackberry Farm in Aurora. The exhibition includes his original roll-top desk, dental chair, and pedal-powered drill. Cigrand lived in Batavia until 1932. Only a few weeks after moving to Aurora, he died of a sudden heart attack on May 16, 1932. He is buried in Riverside Cemetery in Montgomery, Illinois. However, Dr. Cigrand's influence did not end with his death. In 1946, community leaders in his hometown erected a memorial to Cigrand in Wabaca on what is today Cigrand Drive. And in 1949, President Harry S. Truman signed an act of Congress designating the 14th of June as National Flag Day. Congress did not declare June 14th as a national holiday, but rather as a voluntary observance to honor the founding of our beloved flag. Stony Hill School, which was closed in 1916 and stood empty for many years, was restored by 1952. It now is administered by the Ozark County Historical Society as the birthplace of Flag Day. In 2000, the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg placed a bronze sculpture of Dr. Cigrand in front of Wabaca's Americanism Center. The sculpture was created by George Calteux, who was the Director of Sites and Monuments for the Luxembourg Ministry of Culture. In 2002, the sculpture was donated to Blackberry Farm in Aurora, where Cigrand's office has been reproduced. On June 14, 2004, the 108th United States Congress voted unanimously to confirm that Flag Day originated in Ozark County, Wabaca, Wisconsin. Dr. Cigrand would have been proud that Congress recognized his lifelong dream by conferring this distinction to his place of birth. In 2002, West Aurora High School student Galen Norman raised money to buy a new grave marker for Dr. Cigrand as a part of his Eagle Scout project for Boy Scout Troop No. 11 at Wesley Methodist Church. The following year, he added a bronze plaque mounted on a granite base that lists Cigrand's achievements. The plaque is located beneath a flagpole, which also was erected through the fundraising efforts of Galen Norman. After completing the project, the remaining funds were placed within the Community Foundation for the awarding of college scholarships to local students who were Boy Scouts or Girl Scouts, or who are of Luxembourg descent. Since Galen Norman, a Boy Scout, was responsible for the creation of the fund, it is fitting that these scholarships are reserved for students who have participated in the Boy Scout or Girl Scout programs. And since Dr. Cigrand's parents immigrated to the United States from Luxembourg, the Cigrand family requested that the scholarships serve students with this heritage. Through additional contributions, the fund became an endowed scholarship in 2007, thus providing a lasting legacy of Dr. Bernard J. Cigrand. The Community Foundation is honored to administer a permanent charitable fund that will forever pay tribute to one of America's greatest patriots.